Hey everybody, welcome back to 10 Years Down the Freaking Drain. I'm your co-host Johnny, and this is
Mariah,
Mariah.
I'm here.
Hey, we are so thankful for the feedback and the questions for the last week episode. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
From the people who messaged us saying that they love our podcast, fuck, we love you guys too. Like
I
this is a
know.
learning experience for us. Like we've said in the past, this is only our third episode, but
And we're winging it.
yeah,
We're just we're figuring it out, but we can't get over how much support we have.
we get that this is a hard topic to talk about, leaving and finding yourself after being with a partner for many years.
10 years for me.
Yeah, 10 years for me. We're here to support everyone and everybody who is trying to navigate going through something similar than that we have. I mean, it's something that it's a hard thing that everybody can they don't want to talk about. It's
Yeah.
a hard thing to deal with. I mean, if people just navigate themselves to people that they're the most comfortable with, right?
Right.
But it's okay to talk about shit.
That's how we got in
Yes.
contact.
I mean, I think that it's a good thing. It's a good thing
Mhm.
because that's how you're gonna get over it. That's how you're gonna release the tension and the stress
Yeah. But it
from.
also though like having somebody who you can talk to like you and I
Yeah,
going through the same thing, it's so much better and the things that we say to each other
and
we actually get
understand.
than other
Yeah,
people hearing what we have to say.
understanding what that person is talking about is the most important thing. Not
Yeah.
talking down to you.
No.
Nobody likes to get talked down to.
Mm-mm.
They wa- they should be helping you through
Mhm.
this. That's the main thing. And so this next episode, we're calling it "We Aren't Mentally Stable," and that's okay.
We aren't mentally stable, and that's okay.
Yeah, and it's a
I'm not mentally
learning.
stable.
Yeah, but we're all learning. We're all learning. We're not
Mhm.
saying it's not a bad thing. It's okay. It's everybody goes through it.
I think too, like a hard thing is that a lot of people, it's like a taboo talking about your mental state, right? Like everybody wants to put on this show about being okay and that you have it all together
Yeah,
and life is all
but
rainbows and sunshine
you can't hold it in and
because then
act
you lose your
like
mind.
it. You can't act like you're okay.
Yeah, no.
You have to open up sometime. And everybody
Yeah,
does at one point.
yeah,
And I believe
definitely.
that. I mean, I think they do it with people that they're comfortable with. Maybe,
Mhm.
when it's not with people they're comfortable with, it's probably at a bar or probably with somebody that, you shouldn't be talking to. But you know what? It happens. You're venting.
Yeah. Mine is
Everybody's got to vent.
joking. I like to joke about my mental instability
Yeah.
all the
And that's
time.
another good way of going about it.
All the time.
You you can't dwell on these things and
No.
make it drive you insane. It's not
Yeah.
worth it. You're
Mm-mm.
just constantly going to be stuck on this road of not being happy
Oh,
cuz you can't fake happy forever. You
yeah.
can't do that
I
cuz
think
you're
I
just
faked happy for
you're
a long
killing
time.
yourself. You have to talk about
Yeah. I think too, a lot of people think like if you don't talk about it, like it's just gonna go away.
it. Yeah, and
Maybe?
it's not.
No. And I think it's like I said, the whole taboo is like you don't talk about mental health, you don't talk about your feelings, like people don't need to know about the struggles of what you are dealing with. But I feel like you turning towards me?
I am.
Okay. I feel like having that person to be able to be like, "Hey, I know you're not okay." Well, now I have to turn.
Understanding,
And
right?
understanding and being like, "What's going on?" Cuz how many times have you called me, FaceTimed me and is like, "You don't want to say it, but I can read it on your face." I'm
Yeah.
like, "What's going on?"
Or even in your voice.
Yeah.
If you're a person that can read somebody, you know exactly how they're feeling.
Yeah. I think for me though is because like I'm a little bit further down in this like journey
Yeah.
of being out of a relationship 10 years. And I mean, I've hit a lot of lows. I truly have, but I recognize the faces and like the tone of your voice when you call,
Yeah.
and I recognize it because like that's how I was. And nobody recognized.
Right.
Well, that's a lie. Corey, still love you. You recognized everything. But
Mhm.
not a lot of people recognized that when I really truly felt like I needed someone to be like, "Hey, are you okay? Like what is going on?"
And that takes a special person. It takes a special
Yeah.
friend. If you know,
Yeah.
even if you're not that way, you're that way with your family. I guarantee it. I think
I
everybody that the people when you have people the closest people to you,
yeah.
you know
Mhm.
it's not some. I mean, you're gonna ask because you
Mhm.
feel that and you're getting that type of vibe from that
Yeah.
person. You're gonna ask.
I mean, I totally agree with you. However, like with my mom, she knows when I'm being like when I'm being short, she knows I'm not okay.
Oh yeah.
But I can't like I don't love you, mom, but I don't ever feel like I can't like be vulnerable with her to tell her how fucked up I feel inside.
Oh, for
You
sure.
know? And like
Because
my
I feel the same way with
your dad.
yeah, with
Yeah.
my old man.
Mhm.
I I just probably because I know what I'm gonna get. I
Yeah.
know what kind of feedback I'm gonna get.
Mhm.
That's not what I'm looking for.
No.
That to me, like I know what I'm supposed to do. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm getting talked down to and
I don't want to be talked
for
down to.
yeah, forced into something that I know what I need to do. I don't
Mhm.
do in this moment. Do I need that? No, I don't need that. I
Yeah.
just need, I don't know, pointers or just some comfort. I think
Yeah.
comfort is the biggest
Biggest
thing.
thing.
Is
Mhm.
like I understand you. Like I mean,
Like been there, done that. Like
yeah,
it's gonna be
which
okay.
I've done, that for my old man. I'm not saying that I haven't, but
We love you, dad. Don't worry. We
yeah,
still love
it's
you.
a. I mean, I love my fucking old man. I'll do anything for that dude.
Yeah.
But and he's helped me in ways that I'm so blessed to have
Mhm. I feel that cuz I feel that way about my
him.
mom.
Yeah, I anyways, what were you say?
Just I think too like I don't know how it is like you're very close with your dad. I'm very
Yeah.
close with my mom. I don't know like with my dad, like I don't want to stress my dad out. Like I just
Oh
don't. I don't
yeah.
want to like I think my dad knows that I can handle
I'm the same way
myself.
with my dad.
But what about your mom?
My mom, I stress her out a lot, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm not the best at letting her know things.
I know. I ran into her last night.
And that's, I've always been the type of person. I don't really, I have I talk to my dad, not all the time, but I talk to him
Mhm.
more than
You talk to your mom?
everybody else
Yeah.
in my
So see,
family.
in that I can relate too because I talk to my mom more than I talk to my dad.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why I don't talk to my dad is because him and I are so much alike and we butt fucking heads.
Right.
Dad, I love you, but I
I can
also
feel that. I feel the same way
yeah,
with my dad.
but I'm
Yeah.
also like the oldest child, so I'm the oldest daughter. Like I like to fucking push buttons and I want to test things. And
Yeah.
I've told you, I thrive off of saying shit and my dad just being speechless about it.
Yeah.
Like I just fucking throw shit out there. Like I told you that one day he was like, "Oh," like I walked into my cousin's house and I had my sunglasses on and I am like totally like somebody who wants to drive theirself there so they can leave whenever they want.
Yeah.
And I like walk in the door and everybody's been there for like an hour and I'm like, "Oh, hey, like I just showed up an hour later, like whatever." And my dad's like, "Oh, I heard you had a migraine because I have migraines." And I'm like, "Yeah, dad, I do." And he goes, "Well, are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, dad, I'm not okay. I'm not fucking right in the head." Like, obviously. And, he just sits there and he stares at me and he shakes his head. Like, I love throwing a loop in that old man's day.
Yeah, and I think that
I
the
like driving
difference
them crazy.
between, I think, boys and girls,
Yeah,
because I don't ever try to throw a loop in my
I
old man's
fucking
head.
I love it.
I, me and him
Not even
are,
your mom though? You don't throw a
you
loop for your
know,
mom?
it's
I
a,
threw a
I,
fucking loop for her last night.
well, I don't know. I've never been that type of person. I don't want to throw a loop, but when I'm serious about a topic and I'll get it out, but when it gets to a point where I'm like, yeah, I know, and just I'm not
You get
getting it. I'm not
frustrated.
getting what I need out of this, and then I'll turn around and make a joke out of it.
Yeah.
I'll turn the whole thing around and let's talk about something else. Let's
Mhm.
like I'll start messing with him and start wrestling with him or whatever.
Yeah,
Cause
cuz you're over it.
yeah, cause I'm just,
Oh,
I know,
you're such a better child than I am. I literally am like, fuck this, I'm out. Talk
yeah.
to you guys later. Like,
And you
I
know
will
what?
fucking pack up and leave. I'm like,
And my old man has
I
told
don't
me
need this
that
shit.
he's way more mean than I am. I yeah, I'm I'm not that mean of a person.
I don't
I
think you're
can't.
mean at all. I don't think you have a
No, I'm
mean
not.
bone in
Can
your
I get
body.
there? Yes, I can. But you gotta push me real
Yeah.
hard to get
I
there. I don't just like I it to me it's not
mhm.
worth my time
Yeah.
to even
And
go
see, and there's only like a handful of people that can fucking push my buttons
there.
to like the next level.
Yeah.
Like I am such a I at least I feel like I am. I don't know yet if I am. I feel like I'm such a person who can like let things like roll off my back and just be like joke shit off. But like there's like a handful of people who can push my buttons. My
Yeah.
brother, my
Yeah.
parents, one friend who I thought was actually a really close friend, and now they push my buttons all the time, and I lose my shit.
It happens.
And it really irritates me that I lose my shit, and I don't like losing my shit.
Well, I could say that with a good friend of mine too. That I
Yeah,
mean, I it's he's not a friend.
I
That's my
love that
brother.
we're. Oh, I thought we
That's
were
a
talking about something
brother,
else.
not
But
my
no, I
actual
get
brother,
you.
but a
Yeah, I
good
know.
friend. That
Hmm.
it's it gets to like seems like a battle.
Yeah,
Seems like a
but
talk
at
shit
that
to.
point though, is it a friend or at that point it's
Oh
family?
no,
It's family.
it's family.
It's family.
Bigger than shit.
Yep.
I don't take that big of shits, but bigger than shit.
But see, like, I know for example, and it's like I told you, like, I had my own, like, terrible parts in my relationship, and I know I failed at a
Yeah.
lot of things, and I got close to this friend. I truly did. I got really, probably too close to this friend,
Mhm.
where I felt like I was finally being heard, and that's what I needed.
Mhm.
And then in the end, when shit went down, it got turned on you're looking for attention and you only do these things and blah 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 when all reality like I was living through hell and that was my only escape from my pure hell reality.
Yeah, I understand that,
Yeah.
and I could say the same things on why my other half did things.
Yeah.
I don't understand why,
No,
because I I don't know.
I don't.
I really, really, I mean, with my job and everything, I really worked hard to build this
Mhm.
life,
Mhm.
and I only wanted to have a family.
Yeah.
I wanted the best for my family, the best for my kids.
Mhm.
No
I
matter
get
what,
that.
I don't care.
Mhm.
That just was my main goal.
I get that because that was my main goal was
Yeah,
trying to build a life.
yeah.
Like I was trying to build us a life, but how, and I feel like you can relate to this in a bit, is like, how are you supposed to want to build a life with somebody who doesn't want to put in the same effort?
I I think when the love is gone, it's gone. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
when you, I've said this before, the you love is a choice. You gotta, if you
Yeah.
love that person, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. And when confrontation or things come up, and there's bumps in the
Mhm.
road, and if you can get over it real quick and be
Yeah.
happy again,
I don't
that's
like
so great. Like but you can't sit there
and dwell
and dwell and to be pissed at the
and
person
hold grudges.
for months, weeks,
Yeah.
whatever it is. You can't do that. You have
No.
to get over it. And if you need to talk about it, talk about it.
Yeah.
If it becomes an argument,
Then it
then
becomes
you need to say, we
let's
can
walk
talk
away
about this another
or
time.
walk away
Or,
until we cool off.
yeah, I mean, you have to talk about this stuff
Mhm.
and get good again,
Yeah.
because that's the the and everybody's heard about people being together. I mean, they're 40 years, 50
Like
years.
you
How did
know,
it happen?
but I feel like when you say how did that happen, things have changed
Oh yeah, things have
in
changed,
so
no
many
doubt,
years. Like
no
there's no
doubt.
social media,
And I think
there's
that's a
no
huge part too.
I don't even know what else there isn't, but there's no social media, and I think social media is a hard thing too, right? Because it's like a really big in everybody's lives nowadays.
Yeah.
40 years ago, that wasn't a fucking thing. 40 years ago,
No,
you only went out with
no.
your friends who were married.
And they don't care about this crap. All they
Yeah,
care about
is their
is
spouse
them or each other
or their
and their
person.
family. They don't give a crap about what's said on Facebook or who's doing this and who's
Well,
doing
yeah.
that. Who cares?
Like,
You
oh
know,
my
who
God, did
cares?
you see so and so posted? I'm like,
Who
what?
cares? Who
I'm like,
cares?
I'm
I
not,
want to talk
I'm
about
straight there
you
for
and
the
me.
funny memes.
I'm so old school minded that I just want to talk about you and me. I don't give a crap
Yeah.
about what's going on social media.
Mhm.
I don't. I don't care.
Mm-mm.
There's a lot of, I mean, I'm not saying social media is bad. There's a lot of good information on there, but you get to a point where it's toxic for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're looking at shit you shouldn't be doing.
No.
And then at the same time, I don't know if, I mean, it happens on both sides,
Oh,
women and
yeah.
girls. You probably have people talking to you, messaging
Oh
you,
my
and then
God.
all of a sudden you're getting a feeling,
For
and
some,
then
like,
all of a sudden, like,
through a
so
phone.
your spouse ain't giving you what you needed,
Yeah.
and this person comes up all of a sudden in social media, and then
Oh.
you're just start talking away, and next thing you know,
Mm-hmm.
something
It
happens.
happens.
Next thing you know, you run off.
Yep.
It's
Oh,
so easy
dude,
nowadays.
let's
So
be
easy.
real. The roster, as soon as I posted single on Facebook, the roster was real. And it was like funny to me. I was like, all these people be waiting when I'm just
I
over
haven't
here.
got that roster yet. I guess I ain't that great.
I feel like though girls rosters are different.
Oh,
So
for
like
sure.
you're like a looker
Because
from
men are
far.
different. They
Yeah.
look for one thing
Yeah.
all the time. I get it.
Mhm. But here's also the thing is like a girls roster, like you like don't get me wrong, like I'm having fun. You know,
Oh, yeah, for
I'm
sure.
fucking having fun.
Yeah.
But like I'm having fun and like looking for what I truly want, two different things.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
if you want to come work out with me, come work out with me.
Yeah.
Let's have a fucking blast. You want to
Ha-
go to the river? Let's go to
yeah.
the river.
But you know
You
what?
know, but I'm like
Like, men
you
are gonna
wanna
catch feelings,
you wanna take
right?
me for tacos?
Yeah, dude.
Take me
Like,
for
people
tacos.
catch feelings.
Oh,
But
a
you know
thousand
what?
percent.
If you're doing that type of thing,
Can we just have a moment before we talk into our feelings?
no,
First off, I haven't seen you in 2 days. How are you?
I'm great.
Mentally. Since this episode is called We Aren't Mentally Stable,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
I don't know. It's
How are you
been good.
mentally? Because I really haven't. We talk. Don't get it. I don't want anybody to get it
I
wrong.
don't know.
We talk a lot, but when we see each other, I feel like we totally unload about a lot of things when
Yeah,
we see
for
each other.
sure.
Totally different than phone call.
I've been good, dude.
Good?
I've been good, but pretty much drained, I feel like.
Do you think it's from work, or do you think you're mentally drained about
um
something?
drained thinking about all the crap I'm going through right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not getting good sleep. I'm just trying to
Survive.
balance my work life and my family life and
But you're not canceling your balancing
yeah.
your you time.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
about myself.
I know.
That's one thing that I have struggled on is
Yeah.
balancing me or look at
And
or
things for
thinking
you.
about myself.
Yeah.
I don't think about myself at
No.
all. I'm still stuck in that rut of, but I don't, my
Mm-hmm.
whole mindset is what my kiddos want to do.
Yeah. Oh, the kids.
That's what I want to do. Do I
Update
think
on
of
Johnny's kids. They all showered tonight and they smelled nice. There was no farting. There was no stinky feet. It was great.
so hey, did my job.
He did it. Dad. Are you gonna high five me? One,
Mhm.
2, 3, go. He did the dad thing, so that was good.
But that's that's my life, and that's. But do I ever
You don't complain.
prioritize me? I
No,
don't. It's
but you
so
also don't
hard.
complain.
I
Like
don't.
even though you're like somebody who doesn't complain, you're also you suck it up a lot, dude.
No, I think it's not worth getting irritated about what's going on. It's if you have kids, it's about the kids.
Mm-hmm. But
Even
I
though
get
that you
that.
don't want to do it, you do it. You have fun with your kids. You should have fun every single
Oh
time
yeah,
you're home with your kids.
I
If
love
they want to
coming.
go and do something, go do it. If they want to go outside and play with their friends or go down the street or what, go let them do it. Let them be
I
kids.
love walking into this house and letting my inner child out and
It's
tackling
fun.
3 boys.
It's fun.
It's a good time
Yes.
because I'm always like I'm a child. Like I need snacks. Is there a
Peanut
juice
butter
box?
crackers.
Is there a juice box? Do you got a drink? And
Yeah.
like I just don't want to. I just don't want to
Life is short, dude. You
Yeah,
have to live your
yeah.
life. It's not. Don't get irritated about
No,
small things, dude. Small things is not. It's not worth it. Just.
no.
I mean, yeah. You want to relax.
Mhm.
Everybody wants to relax. I want to come home from work and relax. But
You want
I
to?
know what I want to do. But I got my kiddos. They want to have. They know it. They haven't seen me for a while.
I know.
I
I feel
gotta
like
come home and do
when I
stuff with them.
saw them today, I was like, I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a
Yeah,
minute. What's
so
up? What's the
go.
talk? What's
It
going
doesn't matter.
on?
It shouldn't matter
Who's
how
our new
tired you
girlfriend?
are or whatever. You should just go and have fun. All
Yeah.
this little crap that you have on your mind, on your agenda, or whatever,
Mhm.
can wait.
Yeah.
It does not take that much time to go have fun with your kid.
No.
It's not.
So, however, I'm really glad to hear that you are doing okay.
Yeah, I'm
We're
doing
still
good.
trying to work on the whole prioritizing
Yeah,
yourself.
and yeah, I'm still struggling on things that
I'm
for
always
me that I
struggling.
want to make that make me happy. Like I
Mhm.
haven't figured that out yet. It's a hard thing that to figure
Mhm.
out for myself. Like I do well because most of the time my decision making is always around my kids, which
Yeah.
I do love to do. That's my thing that I like to do. Like
Mhm.
even though I when the times I don't want to do anything, well then I ask them, what do you want to do? We'll go do it. But if you want to go play with your friends, go
Can
play with
we
your friends.
can we go to the store?
We can go to the store. We can
That's
go.
that's like the major
Oh
question. Can we
gosh,
go to
my
the store?
kids are like wanting something
Mariah.
every single day.
Like I'm gonna change my name. Mariah. All
But
right. So, should we roll into the main topics of we
yeah,
aren't mentally stable and that's okay. However, before we go into these deep topics, God, bear with me, I just worked the last 5 days. Um, I can't talk.
You're all right.
I'm gonna do all right. However, bear with us. We're gonna get very deep. We're gonna get probably dark because I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about the dark stuff. Like everybody sees me around and I'm just like all hunky dory and I'm just like a good time
Gotta
and I
be
just
happy.
say whatever's on my
You gotta be
mind,
happy.
impulsive, but like it hasn't always been this way.
Oh no.
Yeah. So bear with us. If it's a trigger, don't listen to us. We're not going to be hurt, but we're probably going to talk about some hard things about. I mean, Johnny and I have the same personality. We've talked about a lot of things about like sometimes like just not being okay and wanting to drive off of a cliff. So, with that
Yeah.
being said, these feelings are okay to have, just don't act on them. We're not
Yeah.
acting on like find your person who you
Talk
can
about
open
it.
up to.
Talk about it.
If you need to talk to us about wanting to drive off a cliff but you're not going to do it,
Have that good
reach
friend.
out to us on fucking Instagram.
Well,
We got you. We've
and when you
been
want to
there.
talk about it, have that good friend, but that friend doesn't need to be negative. They
With
need to
you.
be positive about, not
Hold
negative
on.
against.
Am I your positive friend? Because every time you talk about driving off a cliff, I'm like, make sure I'm in the car. Please.
And it's
Is that the
a
positive friend?
awesome thing to be comfortable with. I love the joking. Like I
I'm
love it.
like-
It makes me feel so
I'm
much
like, Johnny, I'm not
better.
okay today. I'm
Like
gonna
it
drive
makes
into a
me
tree.
it makes me laugh. Like
I'm
it
like,
just like
hold on, sir.
thank
Can
you.
you
Like
please
it brings
drive
me
to
out
Phoenix
of
and
it
pick
brings
me up?
yeah, it brings me out of my
Pick
funk.
me up before you do that, and we'll
Yeah,
go
like
find a different cliff.
it really does bring me out of my funk. It's probably not for everybody,
I mean,
but
yeah.
you gotta have something to pull you out of your funk.
Oh yeah. Well, you
You
pulled me out of my funk the last time. We talked about this in what? Episode 1 when you were like the last time I think it was episode 1. The last time I did something to me is I went on a road
Oh,
trip
yeah.
and I was like, "Are we talking about the day that I wasn't having a good day and you drove to
Yeah.
Phoenix?" I was not having a good day. I got into it with the pharmacy tech at the Walgreens. Johnny was on the phone. I left the Walgreens and Johnny goes, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I'm not okay today. I I don't even know what I said. I was like, "I'm not okay today."
No, you weren't okay. And
And I told some random man off.
Which is okay. You can do that. You're your own
And he
person.
goes, what'd you say? You go, "I'm just gonna come down there when I get off work." I was like, "Don't play with me," because like right now I just need a friend who wants to hang out with me and eat food. And what did we do? We ate
And
Thai food, we drank alcohol, we made s'mores in my backyard, and we listened to music.
it was a good time.
And I threw up.
And at the end of
But
the day,
I needed that.
it was, yeah.
I needed that.
She was pulled out of her funk.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
mean,
I
nobody
scared the
wants
living
to
shit out of
get
you when you
drunk
walked into
and
my
throw
house.
up, but you know,
No, that wasn't the plan.
No, but it's just you gotta let your hair down.
We
and
drank
you
half
gotta
of a bottle.
relax.
We drank half of a handle of tequila.
And yeah,
Oh God, it was rough, but it was
I mean,
great.
we're
I
not.
needed that out of my funk.
You
Or-
gotta have fun.
yeah,
You gotta let loose. You gotta just take time for yourself.
I needed that. I needed somebody who was on my level, and
yeah.
I appreciate you for that, Bubs.
Well, anytime.
Thanks.
Yeah, anytime. I'll do it.
I'll sit in my backyard all day.
I drove fucking 3 hours to go down there after work, but then I had a freaking 12-hour trip, and I still drove down
I
there.
know,
Holy
that's
shit.
a good fucking friend, dude.
Yeah. I was dodging elk on the way down there.
You didn't tell me that part.
I didn't see any.
Fucking Johnny. All right, so now that we're open about how dark that Johnny and I can get, and we can say we're not okay. So I kind of like laughed about this topic about mental stability versus emotional chaos. Mental stability versus emotional chaos. I don't know about you, but my emotional chaos from the beginning of when everything ended with my ex, oh my God, I thought I was driving myself insane.
For sure. And I think,
Like coming to that
I think,
new
no,
norm, like
well,
highs and lows.
my whole marriage has been like that. It's
Highs and lows, or
highs and lows.
uh-huh.
Probably a lot of lows, but there was a lot of good times too. I'm
Yeah.
not saying there wasn't. There was a lot of just really good times.
Mhm.
But
Oh, I can relate.
when tanked, it tanked bad. To
Did you ever get back to that high
no,
though?
yeah,
You
we
did?
got
Like you
back. I
never
mean, but
got
it
back
just
to
like
like, hold on. You guys got back to like the whole like first time seeing
no,
each
no,
other,
no,
like holding
no,
hands, like that
no.
first time,
It
like that
no.
first few months of being in love with that person.
That's
Because
what
that
I was
never happened.
searching for.
But it never happened.
No,
I never got that high again.
N- I didn't either. But try to strive for that and try to do all these things that my other half wanted and needed, just like she told me,
Mhm.
and I did. But did I ever get any feedback from it? No, I didn't.
No.
I felt like I was doing it for nothing.
Mhm.
So it never did get back to that point.
No.
I
I think I don't so here's the thing is like I don't think that you will ever get back to that
no.
first time love, first time
Well, people
fucking
talk about marriage too, like after
yeah.
so long was being
The
so yeah,
honeymoon
after
phase.
being with somebody so long, it kind of dies. But I believe that you can keep that fire going
Oh, I think so
for a long
too.
time. If you love that person, you're gonna keep it going.
Do you have a couple in mind who makes you think of like there's true love and there's like people who thrive on making that love going?
Oh, my grandparents,
Yeah.
big.
I I actually have somebody who, which I think is weird because it's our generation.
Hmm.
My brother and my sister-in-law.
Oh yeah, they've been together for a while,
Yeah.
and that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really
So, and
fucking
you know
awesome.
what I love about them is that God bless my sister-in-law for dealing with my brother. Love you. However, I love to see their love grow
Yeah,
because not only that is like they actually like prioritize each other.
yeah.
And not only that is they prioritize their own individual happiness.
They have such a
Yeah.
connection with each other. It's not gonna die.
No.
And
I
when
mean, if it does, Bubba, I'm never going to choose you. I will always choose Megan. Always.
don't worry, Bubba. I got you, buddy.
But I'm just saying, their love is
No,
so great because, like, my brother will watch the kids, let
yeah,
my sister in law go and, like, have girls' night. And Megan does the same thing. Like, my
yeah,
brother goes on a boys' trip.
yeah.
But not only that, dude,
I
every year on their anniversary, normally, but not this year because I got a third little baby. I got a new
right
niecey.
on.
But usually for their anniversary, they go on like a week trip.
But what they have though is a huge. It's
Yeah.
a huge trust and respect for each other
Yeah.
to do things like that.
Mhm.
I never had that. I never had that just because of
Yeah.
what happened in our relationship.
Mhm.
I just never had that. Did I want to go have a boys' trip? Sure, but every time I did something for myself,
It was a fight.
like, no, it wasn't a fight. Like, and I think I might have done something for myself or went
Mhm.
somewhere by myself maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
But when I went, I was so in tied with my family. Like
Mhm.
I wasn't having that good a time.
Because you were worried about
being
other things.
away. I wanted to experience what I'm experiencing with my family.
Mhm.
That's how I felt. Like I
Yeah.
didn't like doing things by myself because I was always about
Yeah.
just wanting to do
Ooh.
things with my
I feel
family.
like after this episode, your next homework is going to do something by yourself. I
Oh
love
God,
that for you.
I don't
I've done
like
it.
it.
I'm doing it this week, doing things by yourself.
You're
I
making me
actually,
more mentally insane.
good. That's what I'm
Okay,
here for. But I feel like, you know, now with our mental state,
but I think what I just said though, I went so long doing.
not
I
doing
was
it,
such a routine.
now you got to
I
figure
didn't
out your new
like.
routine. You got to
Yeah, I
find a
didn't.
routine you like.
Yeah, and I just haven't found that yet
You got to make yourself
because
uncomfortable.
I go to work and I come home and I'm with my boys.
Hmm.
I don't.
You don't
I
have.
honestly don't have. I don't have time for myself, which I have
Hmm.
kids. Everybody understands that. I don't have time for myself.
Yeah.
I mean, could I?
I yeah.
Could I?
I think
You
that's a big thing because I just recently made time for myself and I fucking love it.
oh yeah, it's nice. I mean,
But
it is weird for me
to do it.
when I actually have a night by myself. It is weird.
Oh yeah.
It's so weird for me because I'm so used
Yeah.
of this just being a
Mhm.
dad, right?
Yeah.
It is weird. Um, I know it's gonna take time for me to get to that point, but at the same time, I don't know when that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I gotta do what I need to do with my boys, and I
Mhm.
can't always, you know, when I need to do something or want to do something, ask somebody to watch my kids. I don't want to do
I talked to your mom last night. She said she would.
that. I know, but
You feel
I
bad?
don't know why I feel bad, but I do. I just don't.
Mhm.
I'm here. I should be with my boys.
So
That's like I've done that for so long.
that's what you know.
That's
That's
yeah.
your comfort zone.
Yes.
Yeah. Um so like the whole emotional chaos, like I told you, like when I got out of my relationship, like I was very up and down, and I feel like you can relate because you and I
Yeah.
talked a lot at the beginning. It was just like a lot of like,
Yeah.
I'm not okay. I'm like, what's going
Yeah.
on? And you're like, okay, I'm having a good day. And then like you were just kind of hit, which I can
Yeah.
relate. I did that too. But I think like I was in that emotional like instability, like chaos
It
for
was a
so long.
bad state.
But did it not drive you to like have emotional growth? Like
I think after
emotionally
I had
now?
my times, yeah, like right now, yeah. Like
Like
I
how much
want
have you
to,
grown in the last few months?
yeah,
Like huge,
yeah,
right?
huge. But at the time, I was constantly having thoughts
What
that I didn't want to have. I
are
was always
they?
thinking about my other half all the
Yeah.
time.
So when you say having thoughts, were you thinking like bad thoughts about your other half? Like what was
No,
your
not
bad thought? Like
necessarily.
or
Just thoughts like like sitting here in my house like, man, like
could I
I
have done this
wish
better? Or
well, no, just not having somebody around me.
uh,
I
mhm,
think
being alone?
being alone is probably the best way to think of that.
Yeah.
Like it was hard and like being alone made me think of all the past times
Mm,
and got me to a state in my mind where it just like it drove me so much insane that I could not handle it. Like
yeah.
I was like, what am I gonna do?
Mhm.
You know? But I
I
know what I
felt like
gotta
that
do.
too.
Like I do everything I have to do around
Yeah.
my place. But
Oh yeah.
when I'm alone, I start thinking. I
Oh,
start
your
thinking of
mind starts
past,
running.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
past
yeah, yeah.
times.
Same. My mind would kept running
Not
on like, is this
well.
was this my fault? Did I
I mean,
like
there
you
might be a
know?
lot of like,
Yeah.
could I done it better? There could have been a little bit of that. Yeah, of course. I think
Mhm.
everybody thinks about what they could have done better. But you know what? If you did something better, would it have changed anything? I
No,
don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
so.
I think it still would have happened. It's still that
Uh-huh.
person is not gonna change.
I
That's what
think
I think. It's
regardless
not.
of whatever you think of having to change things or what you could have done, like the outcome would have been the same.
Oh, for sure, for sure,
I think
no
it's
doubt.
us as humans is we're always going to think of other things that we could have done.
And at the end of the day, you guys weren't on the. You guys weren't a team.
No,
I wasn't. We weren't a team.
there
In
was
my,
no
there was
I in
no.
team.
No.
There
It
was an
was. It was
I somewhere else,
very,
but not in my team.
very one-sided.
Yeah, very. I agree. So another topic that we had talked about for this episode is like learning to trust yourself again. I don't know how, like, for me, this was a big, like, bullet point
Well,
was learning to
trust,
trust yourself
trust
again
in,
because,
trust in
like,
how, like,
I fucking don't trust myself at
like in what
all.
way?
So, I mean, like, out of respect to my ex, like, let's not get down to the nitty gritty, but there was a lot of lies.
Yeah.
And I just kind of, like, felt like I blindsided myself with love and ignored, like, a lot of red flags or things that I should have looked into, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
I remember sitting down with him before we moved in and literally laying it out. Like this is how much I make, this is my credit score, this is how much debt I'm in. This
Mhm.
is what I'm paying for school right now because I was in nursing school at the time.
Mhm.
And literally showed him proof of everything and never got that in return. So in my brain I was like, "Oh, he's better off than I am," right? And
So
then I just ignored that part. So it was constantly like that. So like I remember I had to buy a new AC unit. This is a different example, but it's very random, but this will show you. I had to buy an AC unit for my house after we bought it. And we agreed to go in together because we were both living there, right? And we applied because it was like an emergency loan for it.
yeah.
Thank God it was prior to COVID. However, we applied for a loan and they called me and they were like, "Hey, we can approve you for this if he's on the loan with you." And I was just like, "Okay." And I was like, "Oh, but they're like, "We can approve you alone. Like just me solely on the
Yeah.
loan." And I was like, "Okay, like we'll just do it." So I get off the phone and I was like, "Just approve me, just me." Get off the phone and I'm like, "Hey, like oddly enough, they couldn't approve us together, but just could have approved me."
Mhm.
And he's like, "Oh, maybe it's because I'm a guy." I'm like, "That
Right.
makes sense." Rather than asking like, "What's like why can't you get approved for a loan?"
Right. Right. But
So there's like things like I did like that, like, and I believed what he said. And so now like I
you
don't
don't
trust
trust
myself and
your
like
decision makings and stuff.
yeah,
Oh yeah. I I lost that a long time ago. As far as
lost trusting yourself.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, a long time ago because I got to a point where you know my what I wanted to do.
Wow.
Every time I came up with something, it would be like, well, let's go here, or let's go
Mhm.
there, or let's do this, or get that. And I'm like, okay, we'll just do that then, or get
Mhm.
that. And that went for so long where it got to a point where every single time I, when it comes down to anything,
Mhm.
I asked
Yeah.
that her about what she wanted to do, what she wanted, or what do you want to do, or do you want that, or just it was a constant her. What does she want?
Mhm.
Because I knew, like, if I made a decision, it would get turned around because
Mm.
she wanted something different. So yeah, I lost my
Trust.
trust in
Yeah.
myself making decisions. Yeah, I did that. And
Mhm.
it's been going that's been years. I've been doing that for years. That's
I and that's crazy that you think about that because it didn't hit me that I couldn't trust myself until like not even 2 weeks, like a week. Not even, I don't even think a week. I think it was like literally the night I left the house before I got assaulted. And I
Mhm.
was just like, who did I just like spend the last 10 years with?
Yeah.
And then as like after everything with my ex, like then it's like constantly, like I
Yeah.
feel like I told you my close friend that I was really super close with, it's like who did I just open up to and
Mhm.
literally tell all my
Yeah.
deepest
Yeah.
like dark like I just feel like I've learned a lot about myself is that I'm a very open honest person and
Yeah.
I'm just not like somebody who wants to lie,
Yeah.
but I'm also somebody who's going to be honest, but I also literally like pour my heart out.
Yeah.
And
That's a moment
like
you had with yourself
oh my
that
god.
you needed to talk about it,
And
right?
like I just like go back and I'm like Jesus Christ, like I literally let like somebody in my life and like I don't know who they are. And
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing that hit me is when I was sitting there trying to figure out who I just let in my life into my family around my niece and my nephew,
Yeah.
who also was like super
Yeah.
close with my niece and nephew.
Your
But
mind was running.
oh my god, dude, like finding that
Yeah.
like trying to build that trust up again was like I just like I c- I couldn't make a decision.
Yeah.
I mean, like you know this because like I changed the locks on my door, I changed the
Yeah.
keypads on my door to the point where I don't even trust myself to make a fucking key code to my car, like a
Yeah.
4-digit number
Yeah.
because I personally think any number that I put
Yeah.
in my door, he's going to figure it out.
Right.
That I literally have called well like I've called you. I'm like, "Can you give
Right.
me a 4-digit number right now?" And you're like, "What?" I'm like, "I need a new door code." Like, I don't trust myself enough to do that, but
See,
I'm relearning how to trust
what I
myself.
discussed for myself, that's I haven't gotten any deeper than that. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty, secure with myself as far as my home life and where I
Oh,
go. But I
I'm secure
understand.
now.
Yeah, I know, I understand though, but you're
I'm
a girl.
secure
You're a
now,
girl though.
okay?
You're a girl, right? I don't really
Yeah.
care that much about, that kind type of stuff, like
Like
making
what?
decisions in that way, like
Oh,
trusting myself and my decisions in that way. I think I'm pretty solid on that.
I'm
But
not.
when
I'm
it
not solid
comes
at all.
to like for me, trusting my decisions is so
Mhm.
hard. Like what, and that just all this all stems to what I want to do.
Yeah.
Basically, is
I think
I don't trust what I want to do, because I
mhm.
just always gotten like we should do something else,
Yeah.
or it and I've fallen off of making plans or making decisions and doing all it. It's become such a spur of the moment type of thing for me,
Yeah.
not like, oh yeah, when I get off work, this is what I'm gonna do. It's never been that. Like I
Yeah.
just lost that. Like, do I
Mhm.
want to get to that point? Yeah, I do. I really do. Like I want to get
Mhm.
home and like this is what we're gonna do. Come on, boys. We're
We're
gonna
gonna go.
freaking
We're
go to
gonna
the
do these
dang
things.
movies or something. Something just simple. Or me, like I've been wanting to ride my dirt bike,
I
and
know you
I
need a.
need to.
It's killing me to get you to go out there
Yeah,
too,
I
because
need
you've
to
talked
get it
about
out.
it.
I need to change the fluids on it. I just need to come home and just do it. Like
Yeah.
I know I want to.
Mhm.
I know this is what I want to do, but do I do it? I don't know.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
that.
do. I just
I've
don't
been
know why
trying
I
to clean
don't.
out my storage shed for months, Johnny.
Yeah, it's just one of those things like
Yeah.
uh
So with trusting yourself again is like trusting your feelings.
yeah,
Trusting your
no doubt. No
feelings.
doubt.
So, do you trust your feelings? Because you know how I feel about feelings. Bleh,
Um,
bleh. I don't do feelings. I've packed
no,
it
I've
down.
kind like
I've packed
I've
it down so
thought I
fucking
trust my
deep.
feelings before, and you know, I've learned to manage that.
Your feelings?
Yeah, I've learned to like I'll get feelings, and I love to embrace my feelings. I love it. I don't give a shit if it doesn't happen or not. I love my feelings,
Yeah.
but I don't let it get to a point where it hurts me. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get hurt again.
Same.
I don't. I mean, it is what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
I've managed that.
Mhm.
I love feelings. I think
You like
I,
feelings?
I do like
We're so
feelings.
opposite of this because I don't like feelings.
Well,
I don't like
it.
crying.
I
I
don't like
don't
crying
like
either.
I don't like
I
that
don't.
fear feeling. I also like
Oh,
I
I
I've
love.
packed
Okay,
them
I love
down.
fear and I love adrenaline. I love all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I like
But my
adrenaline. I love
okay, so
adrenaline. But
feelings
that's
as
like
far as
I'm talking
certain
about like
ways.
feelings for somebody or feeling like oh god, like
But
feeling.
you know what?
You know
The
what is
reason why I embrace it because everybody likes
yeah.
that high feeling,
Yeah.
that high you get from feeling
Loved.
loved
Oh
and
my god, no.
appreciated. Like
No, no, no.
I
I
love
don't want
that.
that
I
feeling.
love that.
I don't want the love
Do
feeling like
but
no.
but
Unless it's from my family, absolutely.
managing that,
I don't want to be loved.
managing
Like,
that,
ugh, it scares me.
I
I don't
know.
want to do that
It,
here.
but it
Ugh.
doesn't scare me.
Well, I'm
I
proud that
I
that
like
doesn't
it.
scare you.
Well, I
Ugh.
I to me,
I feel like the wall to my heart is high is the
and
fucking
I
Great
understand that.
Wall of fucking
I should be
China.
that way
Like,
for myself.
good luck breaking in this
Well,
motherfucker because it
I
ain't
should be the
happening.
same way for myself, right?
Yeah.
But I choose for myself to I like to feel that. I
Uh-uh.
like the dang butterflies and the I like
No.
that.
You know,
It's a little bit of an adrenaline for me. Do I if I know that it's not gonna go as far as I want to do, I manage that.
yeah.
I keep it to a point.
Ooh, Johnny, I
But
don't know about that, dude.
it's
Like,
hard.
I
It
just
takes
like,
a. I mean, it takes a freaking special person to
yeah,
manage that. A
yeah.
strong-minded person, and I'm very strong-minded.
Do you think I'm strong-minded?
Yeah, for doing what you're doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What am I doing?
Keeping your wall 10 stories
Oh fuck
high.
yeah, dude. Like, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. Like, I fucking love meeting people. I love talking
and
to
so do I.
people. But like,
I
don't
but don't say that
no
I don't. My feelings don't. I don't.
matter.
No, don't. What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Don't think that the feelings I get happen
Mm,
everywhere I
yeah,
go and
yeah, 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 yeah.
everybody I
I get
meet.
that. I get that.
No.
But like, here's my thing: is like, what I've learned about myself is I'm a fucking giver. Like, you call me, you need to be
Oh, I know.
you call me, you need to be taken care of. I'm fucking there. You need something, I got you.
And that's an
But
amazing trait
yeah,
to have. And
but
I do the same
then
thing.
yeah, but then as soon as like there's a feeling, I'm like, sorry, like no, like do you need me to medicate you with
Well,
Tylenol
that's
and
the
ibuprofen?
thing.
I got you. Do
That's
you want to say thank you so much? You're an amazing person. No, I'm cool. I don't
yeah.
want that.
Yeah.
I don't
No, well,
want
I
that at all.
understand that.
I don't
And
want it
then
at
I've
all.
told you I only say certain things if I mean something,
Yeah.
right? I don't
Mhm.
just say that
Yeah.
to anybody.
No.
And that feeling that
What?
I have to say that type of thing, yeah, I embrace it, but do I think it's if I know it's the right thing, I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to let it get to a point
Mm.
in my mind in my soul
Yeah.
to when I know it's probably it might hurt me.
Mhm.
I'm not I'm gonna put that wall up, but will I get to that point? Yeah, I will.
Mhm.
I will.
I don't know. I don't know. Like what I have
But you can't just
learned,
do that to
I
anybody.
know. I think I do want to find my person. I want to build an empire with my person. I
Yes.
would like one child. I
And
have looked
every
into doing it by myself.
yeah, and
But like at the same time, like I just like I've told you this, I can't. Like not only did
it's hard. I understand that.
I lost my fucking person, right? Like the
Yeah.
person who I was with for 10 years, I thought was my fucking person, and
Yeah.
then like all truth vomit came
Yeah.
out. So I lost my person who I thought was my person who wasn't my person because he lied. But then I also lost like one of my good friends who I thought was going to have my back through thick and thin.
Yeah.
And I had been friends with that person for, I don't know, 10, probably longer than I was in my relationship.
Yeah.
Like decent friends, like like you and
Yeah.
I may not talk like for a couple years, but always had good things to talk
Oh
about.
yeah.
But then as soon as I was like, my life is blowing up and I just need like somebody to be like my
They
safe person,
weren't there.
no, they weren't there. So that really like, excuse my French, because we're unfiltered here and we say what's on our mind,
Yeah.
and my mouth is like a sailor. That really fucked me up. It
Yeah.
fucked me up. And I've told you that before. Like
Yeah.
we've had the conversation where I'm like, when you ask me about feelings, I'm like, Johnny, I can't have this conversation because I don't want to let anybody in, because I also don't want to lose anybody. Like I
No, for
can't
sure.
I
Yeah.
mentally like mentally cannot lose another person who
Yeah.
I have let in like that,
Right. Yeah, and I
because
totally understand.
I
Like
can't
I've
I
lost
can't do it.
people in my life
Yeah.
that,
Mhm.
and that changed my whole life.
Well, yeah, we've
You
talked about
know,
that too. Is like
yes.
you lost somebody who
Yeah.
was super close to you,
It's
and
it's
but it's
just
for you and I, it's like two different losses, right?
oh,
Is
for
like
sure. For sure.
mine is I lost trust. Like you literally lost this person. Like
Trust is a huge fucking thing.
I know,
Huge.
yeah, but I mean, like I said, we've lost
Yeah.
like it's two
You
different types of loss. Is like my that person who I opened up to and literally told everything to is still walking
yeah.
around, living life, like doing their
You
thing.
cannot
However,
be that
you,
close to
yeah,
somebody as a friend and then
I love all of our air quotes
when
we're doing.
things get bad,
Drop them.
drop them or put them down in some type of way that's fucked up. I
Yeah.
think it's so fucked up. If you're a friend of this person,
Mhm.
and I guess
Mhm.
if you're the one having feelings and you've been doing this for so long just because you're hoping for this to happen, and
Yeah.
this person comes to you with in dire straits and
Yeah.
you treat them like shit because you
I
think
don't.
that you shouldn't be.
So I get that. Like because we've talked about this.
Yeah.
I do. I do think like there was a lot of things, like shitty things that were said, shitty things were talked about
Hmm.
with with that situation. However, I think everybody's entitled to their feelings and they
No,
see
and
it a different
opinions.
way in their opinions. However, I don't condone treating people like utter
No,
shit.
no,
I
no,
don't condone that.
not at all.
Especially like when you're down and then kicking somebody when
Yeah.
they're down. Like that's shitty.
And if you're an actual friend, you would comfort that person. You
But I
would,
mean, like, and then bring it up at another time and be like,
or
"Hey, this is
yeah,
how I feel." Like, I don't. I think you should be able to talk about your feelings with anybody, your person, the one person you may be confined in. But I
I
don't
think a big thing
know.
too
Like,
is
regardless,
matching energy with that person. Like how
I fucking love
you,
that you're on this matching energy shit
yeah, I
because I
I'm
love
really
that.
good with it.
You are good
I
at it.
understand
You are
the
good at
person.
it.
I can read a person with not even talking to the
I
person. I don't
know.
know. That's
I
a lot of
know.
people that can do
You
that.
text me all the time and you're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "How the fuck do you know I'm having a shit
I
day
just,
right
I
now?"
just, I don't know. It's just one of those things, and I think
Yeah,
that a lot of people can do
I'm having
that. I think a lot of people feel that, but don't.
Mhm.
express it or don't even ask.
Yeah.
I think people that feel that way towards their friend or whatever should
Mhm.
ask.
Yeah.
Just ask.
Especially if you're friends.
Because that person's gonna appreciate it. They're
Yeah.
gonna be like, you're probably gonna get something that you probably are feeling. No, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
And what do
Yeah.
you need? Wh- I
How many
mean,
times have I texted you? I'm like, I need a fucking beer.
yeah. I mean,
I've
that
had a
doesn't
rough day. I need a beer.
just
Please
something
drive
as
to
small
Phoenix
as
and get me
that,
drunk.
or even if your friend is like,
Yeah.
being short and they just got off and like, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. Hey,
Yeah.
do
What
you
do you
want to go
need?
get a bite to eat or
Yeah.
something? I mean, it's not, your friends, right?
Mhm.
It's nothing towards being a date or anymore.
Yeah.
Just you're trying to comfort
Mhm.
that person. I think that's a good friend, you know.
Mhm.
And another thing about a good friend too is,
Are you describing me?
no, you're an amazing friend.
Oh, I went
You're a
from a
good
good
friend.
friend to an amazing
No, I think
friend.
that
Eek, 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 eek.
there's
What? You're gonna
good
you're gonna get
amazing friends are
deep
dime a
right now.
dozen. They're good friends too.
Corey
Okay,
Scott, Jesse.
don't I
Corey
mean
Scott, Jesse. Just kidding. And Johnny.
always always understanding and talking to that person.
Yeah.
You know
Honestly, I don't know how many times I have called Corey in the middle of the night and she has literally talked me off of a cliff.
that's an awesome thing.
You've heard her.
I
The
don't
girl,
I don't have
Corey, you're
I
my
have
girl, dude. You're my fucking wifey for lifey.
I could do
I
that
would
with
fuck
you,
a
but
bitch up any day for
you're
you.
you're always you sleep pretty damn hard.
I sleep hard.
You said, it takes 3 times to call.
I
If I
fucking
was in
sleep
the,
hard, dude. Like I got
but after 3 times, I'm not calling anymore. But I don't have that.
How many times have you called me 3 times in
Never.
the middle? Exactly. Because I look and it says Johnny Stewart,
Because
and I'm like, something's
me,
up.
as when I'm in my hard times, it's usually at a freaking late night.
It's literally like
Freaking,
2 a.m.
um,
in the forest, and
I got
Johnny.
one tied on,
And
like.
I go, I roll over bed, and my fucking phone says Johnny Stewart, and I'm like, hey, are you okay? And you're like, no, I'm in the forest. And I'm like, what the fuck's going? I'm like, Johnny, how's it going, Bubs?
Yeah.
What's going on, man? I should have listened to you. But I
So
mean,
I
like,
don't do that too often. I kind of just
I
get
kind of,
over it.
yeah. But you know what,
But it's
though?
nice having that friend that you can call and vent
I
to.
do call you. I do call Corey a lot.
Yeah.
I will tell you, like, I've called Corey like a ton. I've called you a lot. Uh, my friend who I call to get shit done because I don't know how to do manly things, Jesse. I
Yeah.
love that guy, dude. That's my bro. The
Oh,
Jesse.
dang, you could have
Oh,
called me.
well, this was in a very random time. Jesse, you're my boo. He and I were working together. Like, like he's a dad as
Mhm.
well. Has a daughter, he was just like he is such a wholesome human.
Yeah.
Wholesome human. Wholesome human. Love
Uh-huh.
that guy. Love him.
God
Like, oh
damn.
gosh. Him and I've gone paddleboarding together too.
Oh,
But I like it's just you get that vibe from somebody who
for
they're
sure.
super like Scotty Boy and Core.
Yeah.
They're so
You know,
wholesome.
when
They're
somebody's
batshit. You
good.
guys are batshit but it's all right. I love that you're batshit.
Hey,
But
we still gotta hang out. You know what I'm saying?
let's reel it back in from the peeps. So moving forward with our mental health, because we're not stable.
No, and I don't think
I think
anybody's
moving
stable
forward
going
for
through this kind of
me
thing.
is I already found my new norm. I like my new norm. I don't give a flying fuck what people think about if I'm in my bed at 1 in the afternoon with my
Yeah.
dogs. Fuck you guys. I'm living my fucking best life in my bed with my puppers. What's your new norm? I love
You
doing
know,
coffee in the morning.
that's a normal.
You've been
It's
starting
getting
to do
there.
you're
It's
starting to do
getting
that?
there.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Mm,
What else is your new
my
norm?
new. I don't know. I really don't haven't.
You haven't figured that out yet.
I haven't figured that out yet.
I know what your new norm is. You come home and your house is the same way you left it. You love that
Oh, it's so
shit.
nice.
You
Oh,
love
it's
that
so
shit.
nice.
Like, I don't know how many times you have called me when you come home from work and you're like, my house is still the same. I'm like, I know, Bubs, it's great.
And you
Um,
know,
I think too, though, we've done a lot of decluttering. Like, I decluttered my life, and what did I
oh,
tell
that
you
was a
when I
big
got
thing
here? I
too.
was like,
I've
let's
gotten rid of a lot of
declutter,
crap.
and that is also
It's
so cleansing and
yeah.
so helpful for your mental health.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I come in here and I
I
don't have to
l-
do anything.
I love putting shit in
just
trash bags.
it makes my
It's my
mind
favorite
think
thing.
about like that's
Yeah,
where me comes in to perspective is
yeah.
thinking about, oh, what do I want to do? You
Well,
know, what do I want to cook? Because I'm a real big cook.
I
I love
know.
to cook. I love
Ah, Johnny,
to grill and smoke and do all that
if
stuff.
there's anything I've told my mom while being on this contract is, don't worry, I'm being fed. Johnny's feeding your girl.
I feel like I should have a restaurant.
You should.
But
Honestly, or like a food truck or something. Oh, I'd eat there
well, I
every
don't have
fucking
time
day.
for that. But
Yeah.
I like to cook. I like to entertain.
Yeah, you do.
I
Well,
mean,
cook. I'm talking about cooking. I don't know about entertaining. I've
well,
only been to your
I
dad's house like twice. But
well, and my
cooking.
dad's the same way. He loves to
Yeah.
cook. That dude
Yeah.
will cook freaking something gourmet every single day.
I mean, that chicken the last time,
I
that was
think
good too.
that's one of my main things that I like.
Chicken.
Okay, so we can go back to like what I
Ooh,
like to do.
your hobbies.
My hobbies is
Yeah.
I like to cook. I like to grill, especially. I like to grill and I
I
like to
know.
smoke.
You
I like
grilled
to
for
go
me.
out outside, play some music, have my beer, flip some steaks. That's just my little thing to just relax.
Johnny's
I
thing.
love
I
that
love
crap.
it. I know, I get it.
And I
Cause
love good food.
how many times have I called you and I'm cooking on the Blackstone?
Oh, I know.
Do you
It's a
know?
great thing.
Can I just share a comment? I was telling somebody I was cooking on the Blackstone, and they were like, "You lesbian," and I was like, "You
Oh,
know what?
God.
If that's lesbian, if
I really
she's
don't think lesbians cook. Give
They
me a
do.
fucking
No,
break.
dude, they do. But I was like, you know what? If that's lesbian, then count me fucking in.
Oh,
Give me a
God.
hot girl. I don't want a blonde. I'm more of a dark-haired girl.
Oh.
I mean, I'm a dark-haired girl, but however, Corey, if you ever leave Scott, sorry, Scotty boy. That's my wife, dude. I'd fucking do
Don't worry,
anything.
Scott, dude. I'm here for you, bud. I'm here for you.
I'm just kidding.
We'll
However,
go.
okay.
We'll go
So
hunt
we've
and
kind
fish.
of like we're moving forward, and now I want to talk about coping mechanisms. The good, the bad, and the ugly of coping mechanisms, because I know I don't have good coping mechanisms. Because
I
I'll
definitely-
I'll shut them all out.
I
I'll shut them
definitely
out.
don't.
I'll fucking work my ass. I will work 48 hours, 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
Like, inconvenience. I don't want to see you. I'm going to go to work.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I'm going to go to work. Because trust me, everywhere needs a nurse. I'm going to go to work. I'll find some work.
I like to work. Don't get me wrong.
I'm gonna
I
go to
love
work.
to like. It's not a coping thing for me, but I just like to be home. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't. When things are bad, I don't cope that way. I don't want
Oh,
to just leave.
Go to work.
I go out in my garage and mess around, or go water my plants, or the last thing I want to think about is going to work. 'Cause
Dude,
I
I'll
don't-
go. I'm like,
I don't
oh,
want to go
they
to
need
work.
help. Let me put on my shoes.
With my job, I think
Dude.
everybody that works for this freaking company
No.
doesn't want to go to work. Maybe there's some, but money's good.
Yeah.
But you know,
No.
I just
I remember staying at work for like 14 hours.
Oh my
I don't want to go home. I'll just stay
gosh.
at work.
That's a crazy.
Dude, or like,
I want to come home.
no, dude, I'll stay at fucking work. Listen, there's more problems at my fucking work than there is at home.
Even
And
though,
those problems at
yeah,
work, I
that's
can fix.
well true. Nah, I can say the same
I'm
thing,
gonna
but
work.
there was a lot of problems coming home with me, but I still wanted to be home.
Yeah,
I still wanted to be
I
home.
like
It
avoid.
got me out of that freaking box that I sit in all the time.
I'd fucking. You need an engineer? Sign me the fuck up, bro. Like I'll fucking
And you know
go.
what? I did work, I mean, every day for a long time, and
Yeah.
it got to a point I wore the freak out.
Well,
Man.
yeah, dude. Like,
I don't
trust me, I'm
want to
fucking.
do that
I want to,
anymore.
especially.
Even though if my home is that bad, I don't give a shit.
Oh
or
fuck,
not.
dude, my home was bad. I'd be going to work. I'd still go home. I'd go to sleep. Like, don't mess. I can sleep. I can sleep through World War III if I'm fucking tired enough. I'll sleep through it. I don't gotta talk to you. I won't even wake up to eat. I won't. I don't wake up for that shit.
I think I hate talking about
Coping mechanisms.
yeah, coping, because one of the bad things I like to do is I do like to drink. I do. I don't. I'm not. Yeah, it's a way to let your hair down and relax.
yeah.
I like to just have a cocktail or beer or whatever and
Yeah.
just relax. That's always at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If I get home or if I'm home, if I have a day off, I don't do anything until the end of the day. I do all the things that I need to do
But you get
throughout
your
the
shit
day,
done.
and then at the end of the day, when I'm cooking some dinner, I'm gonna open up a beer.
Oh, I feel that.
I just like
Listen,
it.
when
Am
I'm
I?
out there on my Blackstone in my Blackstone outfit because I look homeless, I take a beer out there.
It's
I'm out
it's
there. I'm
not a
cooking the
bad
meat.
thing. I don't think
Yeah.
at all that it controls me,
Oh,
but
no.
yeah, I do like to at a certain time at the end of the day when I want to just relax
Yeah,
and cook dinner
I
and
like
hang
that
out.
too.
I like to have a drink.
Dude, I like that too. I'll tell you though, like when I'm coming home and my ex still lived with me, I wouldn't drink because there were trust issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because it was like a physical, sexual trust issue, right? Because of all the shit that we had been through. And now that I'm alone, I come home and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, because it's like now my house, like I told you, my house is safe, it's peaceful. So now I'm like, fuck it, yeah, dude, I want to drink. How many times have I come home after a shitty fucking day and I want to, like, and you've heard my shitty days.
Yeah.
My shitty
Yeah.
days are,
You
I
got
mean, I've heard your shitty,
crazy freaking.
yeah, I think your shitty days are,
My story never changes. I know that.
I feel like it does though, because honestly, I don't know who that train master was, but I wanted to tell him to fuck off for you. I'm sorry.
I know. And
BNSF. I'm so sorry, but I am impulsive and I wanted to say fuck you.
It's just one of those things I gotta
Yeah,
deal with
but
that
I
I
get
have
that.
no control over. But you know what? I'm gonna give him my 2 cents.
See, you're a better human than
but-
I am. I don't
but
have
I can't,
any control over that.
I can't be
No.
insubordinate.
Oh, dude, I'm in.
I
And
can't.
what? How do you say that again?
Insubordinate.
Inspanor. I can't get that. No,
I
I'm
can't be
that.
insubordinate.
Say it again.
Insubordinate.
I'm that all the time. I will straight up tell somebody I'm working with, "Are you fucking kidding? I'm not fucking doing that."
I can't refuse to do work
I can.
unless it's unsafe. To me, I can make that decision.
I
if
only
it's
refuse
unsafe.
when it's unsafe. I'm not fucking doing that.
But if it's something that just is a penalty in our agreements with the union and stuff like that,
See.
and they tell me, well, put in a dang claim and I don't care.
Yeah, I
Well,
heard that shit.
okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't give me anything. I still gotta do it, right? Is my freaking money? Am I gonna get money for that? No, because I just declined it, and I don't get paid for it. But did I do it anyways? I had to.
Yeah.
I can't just refuse
No,
not to do it.
that's the difference between you and I is you're a good human being and you keep your mouth shut and you do it and I am not that person. I'm like, I'm not fucking.
That's
I'm
the thing.
absolutely the fuck not, sir. Sit your ass down. That's me. Okay. So
I
I
could do
feel
that at some points, but at the same time, I have
no.
no freaking slack on the rope to act that way with
Oh,
my job.
I don't
I have to
no.
do it. And
And I think that this has bled into my personal life is
oh,
where I'm like,
okay. Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah.
My
I don't give a shit
my
either with my job.
my work attitude and my personal attitude at home has bled
So in my
into each other.
situation though, with
Yeah.
the train match, I had to get
I feel
whatever
like
he needed done, and it
yeah, you had
needed
to
to
get
be
it done.
done,
I
no
get
matter
that.
what, to leave town. The quicker I get this shit done, the quicker I get to
home.
go and get
Yeah.
closer to home. If I sat there and bitched and moaned and fucking, oh no, I ain't doing that, you should have the switch crew do it or whatever the heck,
Yeah.
then that's just more time against me just sitting there in Berlin,
I get it.
and the longer it takes me to get home.
I get it.
And I still had a freaking 12-hour trip getting here.
Yeah, that
But
was
you
a
know what?
shitty. That was one of our shitty days that
It
we've
could have
talked
been a
about.
16-hour trip. They probably wouldn't have called me a relief crew and all this other stuff because I would have been over there bitching and moaning about not setting out 2 cars to put it on the head. I could have done that, but I
Like I
had to
said,
do
Johnny,
it.
you're a better human than I am.
Well, it's
We've
just
talked.
in certain situations with my job where I could stand up for
Still better
myself and
than I
say, you
am.
know what, I ain't doing it that way. I'm doing it my way.
So now that we're talking about the fucking railroad,
Yeah.
we're gonna wrap this episode up with the questions that we have received from our viewers, which sounds so fucking weird that we have viewers. How
I think
cool.
it's cool.
We're
You guys
kind
are
of
awesome.
we're kind of fucking cool. Anywho, so we have this one follower that we greatly appreciate and we've known them forever. However, she had some questions for Johnny, which I'm so glad I don't have any questions because I am not somebody who wants to answer them. So Johnny, some of the questions that you got were do you have any advice or tips for partners who are with railroaders? And what can a spouse do to better support early on their spouse starting in the railroad?
Well,
I feel like that's a hard one because you
it's
guys
a
do have
hard
a hard
one,
one.
but
Yeah.
I don't want to. Everybody works. I don't want to
Mhm.
single my job out for
Mhm.
anybody else that works. The difference with my job is the lifestyle. It's a constant
Yeah.
not knowing when you're going to work, right?
Mhm.
You have a projection, but that's always different.
Yeah.
We go to work at a different time every single time we
Yeah.
go to work.
We
We
it
don't have
changes.
set days off.
It changes.
It changes every single day.
Yep.
Um,
What do you need as support from your
I
future
think
spouse, I
that
guess, since now we don't have spouses.
I think just always understanding what my job entails. It's such a demanding
Mhm.
job. That person to understand that, um, when we gotta go, we gotta go.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't matter what's going on. We have to go. The constant appreciation that, and if spur of the moment we get called and we gotta go to work,
Yeah.
that person would be like, "What do you need? What do you need? I'll get this done for you.
You need to go to
Pack
sleep.
my lunch or whatever." Um, and our rest is a huge thing.
Mhm.
Rest is so big.
So sleep and food.
Sleep and food. Yeah. I mean,
Love
it
that.
does not, don't make it a priority because there's my whole career I want to come home and I want to
Mhm.
spend time with my family. No
Yeah.
matter how tired I am.
And with
And
your
I'm
person.
always tired
Yeah.
all the time. But what do you want to do? Let's go do this. I might seem a
Mhm.
little, under the weather or irritated,
I'm
but
always irritated.
I am so happy to go and do something. Let's go, you
Yeah.
know. But on the other hand, if my spouse is like, or whoever I'm with, I
Mhm.
come home and I'm super tired. I had a long freaking day. I worked all night long. The person I was
All
working with didn't
12
freaking talk,
hours.
and it was just a rough trip. And I get home and I'm just dead tired.
Mhm. Go to sleep.
I didn't just for that person. Like I come in the door, oh hi babe, give you a kiss and a hug. How's your day?
Mhm. Yeah.
And there's nothing going on, no drama.
Mhm.
I just need to relax. And if that person said go to bed, I got it.
Yeah. I think another thing that we talked about prior to recording, because we usually try to prep ourselves, is for your job. You never know when you're going to go to work. You kind of have a general idea.
Yeah.
So we kind of talked about is like maybe spending a little hour together before you go to work or even after you come home from work.
Yeah.
And
Any
I
little.
am the type of person who is like spend it in the shower together or
Yeah. Or
s-
just
take a nap together. I don't know.
a little
Or
cuddle or a little just.
little cuddle.
Yeah.
Oh, go to
Just I
lunch.
think a
Or
lot
is
of
it
the
lunch?
dudes out here would
My favorite thing is
appreciate that.
appetizers. Go get appetizers somewhere.
Yeah.
Or well, you don't have a lot of places to get
Just lit
appetizers
well,
here.
just
But you know
little
what
things.
though? Or watching a movie together and
Yeah.
eating popcorn or something. I don't know. Like
I mean,
spending an
who knows how far that's gonna go?
uh,
It might be five
Netflix
minutes
and
in,
chill.
and things will happen. You know what I'm saying? But
um,
or when I get home from work and it's at the end of the day, and
uh-oh.
you know, dinner's made, or
Um,
not just come home and will you go to McDonald's or whatever and
yeah.
get some food? It's like be nice to come home and not have to do anything. That's the thing. Like I always,
Okay. Well, your next question is why I figure out our technical difficulties
yeah.
is have you found anything that you love doing? You had a lot of homework. Thank God it
I
wasn't me.
I like to cook, and one of my main priorities is wanting to have as much fun as I can with my boys. I think that's my main thing. I mean, I know that's not about me, but that's all I want to do per se. Like I don't I mean, I like I said I can't just go do things on my own because I want to do it because I got my kids. Yeah, I can take them with me. Like I do like going riding the razor with the boys,
That's
or I
fun.
like going and taking the boys to the skate park, or just little things like that. Like when
Hmm.
it snows, I like to go take them and go and sledding out in the woods.
Yeah,
Or
but that's you and your kids.
I
What are
I
you?
don't
You're gonna have more
I
homework for
I
next
don't have
episode.
I haven't. That's one thing that I've struggled with is
He's
I
still
haven't
figuring it
found
out.
something that I like to do for myself.
Well,
Like I haven't found that yet. I haven't found that yet. I don't know when I'm gonna find it. I'm still kind of stuck in my same routine type of shit.
well,
But
hold on because we do have plans. We're going to concerts.
oh, that's true.
But that's
And that's
not
this
for
is
a
a
few months,
whole
so stay
another
tuned.
thing.
Maybe he'll like going to concerts or something. Who
Oh, I
knows?
like concerts.
He still has homework.
Yeah, there's still a lot
He
for
still
me
has
to
a lot to
learn
figure it
for
out.
myself. That's for sure.
Well, what do you think?
I mean, working out used to be one of my big things.
Oh, I've
I've
kicked I kicked your
Yeah.
ass the other day.
Have I lost that? Yeah, I have. I lost the drive for that. I used to run a lot,
Ugh,
a lot,
I don't run.
and I just, I just don't. I do love to do it. I just lost the drive
I
for
think you'll
it.
find it again.
I feel. I will. I will.
Yeah.
Whenever probably all this stuff is all done. But
So in conclusion, you're still working on what makes you happy.
oh yeah,
We're gonna continue to reel it in every week to figure out if
let
you
us
have figured it out.
know.
No, not them. You
What?
let us know. We're still trying to figure out what makes you happy. So
Oh well.
every week we will be tuning in on what makes Johnny happy because he needs to figure it out.
It's okay. I'm learning every freaking day. It's
So
okay.
this has been a long episode.
Yeah.
We aren't mentally stable, and that's okay. Any highlights? I feel like we talked about a lot of things that I feel like we could talk a lot anyways, but we talked a lot about a lot about things, a lot about things. Dear God. Thank God I don't have to work for a while. Just I think a lot of things that like mentally like really kind of fucked us up.
Oh, for sure.
I
And we're
still
still
think I
learning.
am fucked up.
We're still learning.
Yeah.
And I think anybody listening to this is relating.
Yeah, I mean
think
at least I would hope
everybody's
so.
got something that is relatable to what we're dealing with. I think it might take a lifetime. It might
Mhm.
not. It's just
Mhm.
something you have to endure and to if you want it that
Mhm.
bad in your life, you can do it. You can do
Yeah.
anything in this life. You just put your mind to it.
Well, what did I you know what? I've told you like I like joking about shit.
Yeah.
My fucking new saying is I quit going to therapy because I didn't want them to fix my humor. I'm way more funnier. God, I freaking think I could have a Netflix series.
I feel like I would
Series,
get in
a
a fight with
series.
a therapist, to be honest.
You can be a
I
therapist?
think I would fight with a therapist.
Oh God, I'd fucking love to see
Don't.
that shit.
I know.
Anywho,
I know what I
I know. You don't have to tell me. I'd be like, listen, sir, do you have the type of drugs that can fix this?
gotta do. hum, hum, hummina, hummina, hummina.
How many drugs can you give me to fix me? I'll take them
anyways,
all.
anyways,
Are they uppers? Because I like me some uppers. I'm just kidding.
here we go.
Anywho, we talked about a lot of things this episode. We're all in,
It was
like,
great.
it's
And
like
we're
an hour and a half. So sorry we talked your ear off.
yippee.
Yippee.
Who would have known we could talk for this long?
I knew. We talk all the fucking time for a long time. Anywho, we appreciate you
we
guys.
love everything that you guys are giving us as far as feedback. We love
The
the
questions,
views and the questions, and just keep it coming.
the positivity.
And just keep it coming. This is what's gonna
Yep.
build this whole podcast.
And community. But I
Yes.
also think like if there's anybody out there who wants to just have a person to talk to about shit that they're going through and it's terrible and you lost your person and
We're
you
here.
feel like you lost your way, like you guys can come and hang out with us. We just sit around and talk about weird shit.
We're definitely.
We also eat a lot.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, as you can tell. So yeah, we're like we always say, we're here for you guys. Please, seriously, if you are in a funk or in a depression, I can't fucking talk for shit. Depression mood or depressive mood or feeling any type of way like you need somebody, please reach out to Johnny and I. We are just not the type of people who want to judge you.
Nope.
We want you to know there's people out there that love you, that support you. but also in the facts of like it's okay not being okay. And if you're not mentally stable, that is also okay because I don't think I am mentally stable.
Yeah. So, and work hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Be honest with yourself,
Mhm.
especially.
Accept the feelings you're having.
Feelings are good, but just learn how
No,
to manage.
not feelings for other
Learn
people,
how to
feelings for
manage
yourself.
it. You
Yeah.
don't have to get so far where you're gonna hurt yourself. It's just
Yeah,
you
don't.
gotta figure out the boundaries for yourself.
Yeah, it's like I said, you can vocalize these thoughts, but we don't act on thoughts.
Mm, yeah.
Punching people in the face, not okay.
Sometimes it's
Imagining
okay.
punching people in the face, definitely okay.
Sometimes somebody needs a fucking ass woman
Having
to
a hard
realize.
day and wanting to drive off a cliff, totally understandable.
Don't do it.
Actually driving off a
That's a
cliff,
better example
don't
than
do
to
that.
punch somebody in the face. I'll punch somebody in the face.
Oh, dude, I told you that ADHD impulsiveness caught myself a few times.
I'll punch somebody in the face.
Well, you guys, as we always say, you're the fucking guac.
You're the fucking guac. And
Don't
keep it
let
up. Keep
anybody
up the
tell you
feedback.
otherwise. You're
Yeah.
not just avocado.
You ain't alone.
You're the fucking
and you
guac.
ain't alone.
And you're not alone.
It's okay to talk about it.
Yes.
Let's go.
All
Saddle
right.
up. Buckle up. Fucking mash the gas with your
Mash
fucking
the
thoughts.
gas with your thoughts.
Yeah, dude.
That really
you gotta
sounds like we're driving off a cliff. Mash
we
the
don't.
gas.
You just said don't
Don't do
act
that. Don't do that.
on your shit.
Don't
Talk about
act.
it first,
Talk
son.
about it.
Talk about it.
Yeah. So it's been a long day for Johnny and I. We both worked today.
But it was a good talk.
It was a great talk.
It was great.
We appreciate you.
Another
Comment,
episode of
share
10
the
years.
love. We're still figuring out
10
if we're
years
still
down
going down the drain or
the
we're what
freaking
is it?
drain. Hey,
Paving that fucking wet.
yeah, we're paving the road.
Okay.
Paving the road for positivity.
We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.